time of happiness and memories that many families all over the world celebrate. But when did the Christmas tree become such a Christmas staple? To understand how the Christmas tree became such a staple today, we have to look at its history and its story. We have to look at the Christmas tree before Christmas, connecting Christmas with the tree, and Christmas trees around the world. First, let's talk about the tree before it was even connected to Christmas. It all began with something called the winter solstice. That was the longest night of the year, so basically the dead of winter on December 21st. People would decorate their house, well, the houses that they had, and their windowsills and their door frames with evergreens to remind them of growth, according to ChristmasHistory.net. Another peoples that brought this Christmas tree tradition into the houses was the Romans, Egyptians, and the medieval Germans. According to the Christmas.com, medieval Germans were used for the celebration of Adam and Eve Day. So they would put on plays about Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, and they would use the evergreen tree as the tree for paradise because it was something that represented magic. The Romans were also somebody who brought it. They had a feast and decorated the evergreen trees, and they worshipped the god of Jupiter of agriculture, which also meant that sooner or later there would finally be things growing and growth of food for them. The Egyptians was also another people that brought this in. They worshipped the sun god, and in the winter they believed that their god had gotten sick. So they had to celebrate this to celebrate the life over death, and if they didn't, then their god would never get better and bring growth. And just the same thing that goes along with the winter solstice in spring. This tree was already known as something the people looked at as a symbol of good luck to their gods, and something that was great. Next, we're going to talk about the Christmas tree being connected to Christmas. It all really started in Germany with the Adam and Eve Day. It started in the 16th century. They're really unsure why the evergreen Christmas tree was chosen, but they started decorating them and really kind of connected it to the Adam and Eve Day. It worked its way to England and finally moved to America. Fun fact, Martin Luther was the first human to put lights on a Christmas tree. He went out for a walk and saw stars in the sky along with the trees, and he wanted to show this to his family. So he went home, put all these candles in a tree, turned the lights off, and told them what he had saw. Next, the Christmas tree moved to Europe, where the Queen was seen taking a picture with her family for the first time ever in a different spot in front of a Christmas tree. This was saw as a way of fashion to the Americans because at this point they were really just copying what the Europeans did because they were still part of them. So according to the History Channel, it was just more of a fashion transfer to the Americas. And along with the pagans accepting it as a holiday along with the Europeans. The Christmas tree has played a big role in creating Christmas and what it is today, but next we're going to talk about Christmas trees around the world. Now these are just a few of the ones that I found, but I thought they were most different than what we celebrate. Norway, it didn't start until the 19th century. Everything is done by the parents in secret on Christmas Eve. So they decorate the trees, the houses, they wrap the presents, they get everything ready in secret so that the children do not see. And actually, if the children wake up, they just don't do it because it's something that has to be done in secret. It's just something that they don't believe and they have done for a very long time. In Japan, according to the Global Christmas Tree Company, pick your own Christmas tree. They don't really celebrate it as Christmas because there aren't a lot of Christians in Japan. So they celebrate it as more something of their children and their families. They put toys on the Christmas tree such as drums, little rocking horses and stuff like that, and wrap presents underneath the tree. In conclusion, Christmas is something that people celebrate all over the world, but the Christmas tree has really been used to change Christmas. The impact of the Christmas tree has really been something great that brings memories to all families. Tonight we've talked about the Christmas tree before Christmas, in Christmas, and around the world. A fun fact about the tree was found on a History Channel website. It says that the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree tradition began in 1933. Franklin Pierce, the 14th president, brought the Christmas tree tradition to the White House. So, of course, this quote and fact just says how much Christmas actually means to the Americans. So it's not just something of a fashion anymore. It's also something that was brought over as a pagan religion. Christmas. Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without the Christmas tree. It lets the family create great memories and spend quality time with their family.